In the previous video, I talked on jowar or sorghum and how it can be beneficial for type 2 diabetes. In this video, I am going to give you nutritional information about another millet called bajra or pearl millet. Let's have a look at a nutritional value of bajra per 100 grams as per ICMR. 100 grams of bajra gives 361 kilocalories, around 67.5 grams of carbohydrates. Same as jowar, bajra also is high in dietary fiber, which is 11.3 gram. That fulfills around 45% of the IDA. Bajra is also a good source of protein and gives around 11.6 grams of protein and completes 19% of the IDA or daily requirements. Bajra is also a rich source of iron among the millets, and it gives around 8 mg of iron and completes 47% of IDA requirements, which is awesome. Now coming to the B vitamins, vitamin B1 or thiamine accounts for 0.33 mg for bajra, and it completes around 27% of the IDA or daily requirements. For B2 or riboflavin, it gives 0.25 mg and completes 18% IDA. For vitamin B3 or niacin, it gives 2.3 mg and completes 14% IDA. Folic acid, it gives around 45.5 microgram and completes around 23% of the IDA. It is important to note that it is one of the best sources of folic acid among millets. Now, bajra is also a good source of manganese, packing a punch with 1.15 mg and gives 29% of adequate intake. This is different from RDA. Adequate intake is for manganese, for other trace minerals which are not included in RDA. Then we have magnesium, which is 137 mg and gives 40% of the daily requirements. It is also a rich source of copper, which is responsible for skin color pigment. Do you know what is the name of that pigment? It is called melanin. It is a very good source of zinc and gives around 26% of the IDA. Zinc is essential for producing testosterone and also the mobilization of vitamin A from liver to the blood. Same as jowar, bajra is also a very good source of BCAA or branch chain amino acid. One interesting thing to note about bajra it is also a very good source of tryptophan. Now tryptophan is an essential amino acid which is responsible for production of serotonin. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter which produces happy hormones in our body. It is very low in saturated fats, and even the phytate content is low, around 141 mg. Bajra is one of the richest source of iron among millets. This property can be utilized to cure or prevent iron deficiency anemia, especially in pregnant women or anemic girls. Anemia is a condition where there is a deficiency of iron and the RBC count is very low. So the hemoglobin levels are also low in such cases. As we have seen earlier that bajra is very rich in dietary fiber. This useful property of bajra can be used to facilitate smooth bowel movement on account of its high fiber content, and it can treat IBS or irritable bowel syndrome. Also useful in constipation, indigestion and bloating. Now, I will advise you to combine bajra with probiotics or prebiotics to increase its potency. Bajra is rich in vitamin B1 or thiamine, and vitamin B1 is responsible for diabetic neuropathy, and it is useful to prevent tingling and numbness in hands and feet, as well as mental confusion, dementia, etc. Bajra is also rich in folic acid or vitamin B9. Folic acid helps in lowering homocysteine, which is a methionine containing amino acid. Now, homocysteine can damage coronary arteries and can increase the risk of the heart attack or stroke. Folic acid has been found to decrease the risk of CVD or heart attacks. Another useful property of folic acid is it can prevent neural tube defects like spina bifida and anencephaly during pregnancy. Copper, as we have seen, copper is also very essential for nerve function, and bajra is a very good source of copper in that respect. Copper deficiency can cause Menkes syndrome, in which there is a lower count of neutropenia. Now, what is neutropenia? Neutropenia means the count of neutrophils become less in this disease. Neutrophils are a type of WBCs which are the first ones to attack and kill the microbes at the site of infection. In Menkes syndrome, the neutropenia count is less. As a result of that, the hair becomes kinky and underpigmented. There is a certain weakness and lethargy. Neuropathy conditions develop. In such children, dopamine hormone is lacking. Also, nerve coordination is not there or is improper. So you can guess that copper plays such an important role in facilitating nerve conduction, coordination, muscular movements, etc. In the next video, I am going to talk on buckwheat or kuttu. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe my YouTube channel Nutrivit. Comment on my video and let me know if you found it useful or not. Thank you.